Bow. Bow.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome
Yeah,
back.
it's me again.
It's Sal again. Should I wear the mask for the episode?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, God forbid you take it off.
Biden forbid, huh? Okay.
Oh, I gotta, look at the time. I gotta go.
All right. To start, how you been? What you been doing? We haven't talked in another 6 months, it feels like. No,
Oh,
it's
I don't think it's been that long.
November?
Has it been? I guess, yeah. I don't know. I've been
October,
all right.
maybe? October, maybe?
Yeah, I've been all right. What have I been doing? Fucking not much, man. I picked up a second job, so that's exciting.
That is
That's
exciting.
fun.
Is that still graveyard or what?
No, it's so in addition to working at Brooklyn Bowl, I am now over at the Thomas and Mack Center, doing the same thing, box office stuff, but
Dope.
it's cool. It's a lot of fun. So
Dope.
definitely a good little gay time. Yeah, that's my third job over at Free Zone. Definitely a good little daytime gig.
No, what were you gonna say? Finish what you were gonna say.
No. Just yeah. So that's that. So you tell me what's with you.
I lost 24 pounds since football season. So I was
Shit.
I was about 205 after football season. I'm about 181 right now. Yeah, I've been just cutting down my calories, working out a lot, hanging out. I was really I was just too big, dude. And I have you remember those torn labrums in my hip, right?
Yeah.
I just I wanted to lose a lot of weight in my legs so that I didn't have to feel that all the time. And actually it's worked. I'm running a lot faster. My cardio is getting a lot better. I'm feeling looser. I need to start eating more. I've been only eating 1,500 calories a day, trying to shred up, but it's not enough.
Yeah, I've fucking lost 0 pounds. I have both my labias in my hip, so that's good. But yeah, I'm the exact opposite. I've been putting on weight like a motherfucker. It's been terrible. I'm up to an extra large now. I wear an extra large shirt. I'm 5'10". 200 pounds of pure depression.
Dude, I was 205, and dude, honestly, what are you saying?
I was gonna say I look like a sock filled with butter. I look like that lumpy old pillow that nobody uses anymore.
Here's the thing, though. If you just worked out or even walked, you'd lose a lot of that weight.
No, dude, that's the thing. I do walk because I don't have a car because I'm fucking poor. Poor people walk all the time. They're still fat. It's bullshit.
Yeah,
there's no way to lose weight.
Quality of food, right?
Well, I mean, you can't win them all.
Yeah, it's I feel like a lot of people, definitely big market fast food restaurants, target low income areas, right?
Oh, for sure.
Cheap but it's just horrible food, dude. To eat, I haven't eaten real fast food in a while. But that's just because not because it's not good or I wouldn't. It's because I've been trying to lose weight, and you have one McChicken that's 1,100 calories, right?
For sure.
But yeah, dude, my shorts have gained a good amount of traction. My YouTube shorts.
Oh, I thought you meant your physical pants, your shorts.
Yes, my jean shorts have gained a lot of traction. They're not doing well.
Mine have gained a lot of traction in the fucking waist lately. There's been a lot of resistance there.
But yeah, dude, my shorts have been doing well, except, dude, honestly, you can't read the comments, and you can't. What are you laughing about?
They've been doing really well, except for the ones where I've been getting fucking obliterated.
No, I mean, by me saying they're doing really well is me saying the view counts has been doing very well. They've been getting better. My subscriber count has been glowing up. But, dude, these people, bro, if you sit there and read the comments, bro, these people are ruthless. Fucking.
Oh, yeah, for sure. What's some of the shit they've been saying for our listeners at home? Save them the trip to YouTube.
So, well, if you guys want to go check them out, you can go check out my
Well,
shorts.
they've already listened to the entire episode. They don't need to watch the short
Yeah,
con.
see, before I get into what they've been saying, that's kind of the point. It's like I post like this 30-second to a minute clip of me saying some dumb shit. And like there's an entire hour plus of me talking. And if you really want to get the context to what I'm saying, go listen to the full episode. And these people don't even have the nerve to do that. Now, I will say the last one I posted one that got more likes and views than I've ever had. And a lot of people did go watch that full episode with Melanie, who's a marine biologist. She's dope. She does like ecology conservation TikToks and marine biology TikToks on TikTok at Marine Biologist Mel. So if you guys are listening, that was my last episode. Go check her out. But a lot of people did go listen to it after the short did really well. But some of the shit they've been saying is like they'll just like disregard everything I say, but they also like some people will just like be like, "You're an idiot. That's a weak ass take, bro. Stop doing this. Whose mom is on your podcast?" People will just say like ruthless shit, dude.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's easy to take things out of context. But I mean, I'm surprised that you took yourself out of context there. Like you, of all the things you could have clipped out, you clipped out the thing that could have been taken out of context. I feel like half that's on you. You should have been like, well, maybe this could use a little bit more backstory before I sound like a fucking asshole, you know?
See, here's the thing, right? When I post things like this, I'm not thinking that because some of them get like 12 views, right?
Sure.
I'm not thinking that like, oh, somebody's gonna take this out of context. I'm not even thinking that it's gonna blow up and it's gonna create an argument. I'm just thinking, hey, I saw this and it was kind of decent. I can post it and see if people want to go listen. They can go listen. I forgot that that's not what the internet has been used for a lot of the time. A lot of the
Nope.
internet is just specifically for people arguing, right?
Sure.
Just
Yep.
sure.
I mean, yes and no. I feel like just, uh, yeah. I mean, the internet. It's certainly been more of an argumentative platform as of lately, but I feel like all of life is just a series of arguments lately, right? All anyone wants to do is bicker and argue about politics and who's right and who's wrong and da 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 da. And I don't know. I just feel like you can't even go. I feel like you can't go 2 days without getting into an argument with somebody, whether it's on a big scale or a small scale about something, right? It's just tensions are high right now in the world, man. It's and I don't mean to sound like a fucking Pink Floyd fan or anything like that. Like it's not let's not get too deep into it, but yeah, tensions are high.
Yeah, why do you think that is?
I mean, it's been building. We've seen it, especially when it comes to politics in the last 5 6 years. There's been a lot of people on one side or the other. You know what I'm saying? You catch my drift, and then yeah, it's just been building. There's been a lot of political events that have drawn a lot of lines in the sand between people that shouldn't have, and even things like the Black Lives Matter movement, which shouldn't be a matter of opinion, more so a matter of ethics, has been taken into people finding ways to argue it and finding ways to say finding ways to take that out of context as well. Just in I don't know what I'm trying to say.
No, I know what you're
What's been
trying to
going
say.
on, man. You know what's been going on. You watch the news. You're a smart kid.
Well, also, Tupac is curling. Speaking of Tupac, I have literally been labeled as misogynist, sexist, racist for things I say, and it's completely out of context because people like if you actually knew who I was, like you'd know that I'm actually a good kid. Like a
Yeah,
lot of people.
you're not a racist.
No, I'm definitely not a racist. That's it. Um, uh, yeah, dude, and that's the one thing that being a content creator I've had to be okay with. And it's not that I'm okay with it, but it's like that's where we're at, right? We're at the point where people are going to label their enemy as anybody who's really a critical thinker as a racist, sexist, misogynist. And that's where we're at, and you got to be okay with that. And you got to just like take it with a grain of salt, be like, you know who you are, the people who love know who you are, and just keep going forward, because you can't, like I said, you can't read those comments, bro. I've you know, the fucking pot calling the kettle black, but I literally, you shouldn't read those comments, especially if you're trying to build like something and you're trying to free think, like do a podcast where you're talking to all different types of people. Like I have hundreds of hours, dude, with random guests talking about every which way of the jargon. Like if you really want to get my beliefs, you can listen to those,
Right.
But just to take 30 seconds of what I said because someone made it that way and label me as something is ridiculous, dude.
Yeah. I feel like you do a good job of trying to, promote diversity in your guests as well. People from all walks of life, I can't say all sexes and all genders because that's a fucking rocky road, and I don't want to shoot myself in the foot on that one. But yeah, you get people, male, female, black, white, intelligent people like me, people like all types of people.
So it was Mac Miller's birthday today. You would have been 30. And
Would have been.
would have been, yeah.
Uh,
I didn't really listen to Mac Miller growing up. I knew he was obviously the Donald Trump song was huge. And a lot of other songs, The Spins. And you can tell he was very talented, but like somebody who did pass away, that two people actually that I was really, really, really on the train for early on, X and Juice WRLD. And the sad thing about Juice WRLD is he would have been the greatest of all time. I'm convinced. He would have been the greatest of all time.
In his genre, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hip hop artist. Who is the greatest of all time to you? Mike Jack?
Just in general?
Yeah.
And,
Say that again?
man, greatest artist of all time, overall artist, period. That's it.
Yeah.
That's tough to put people in a box, man, because it's like, oh man, I'm gonna get so much hate for this online because people just love to hate this. But like, how do you not say the Beatles, right? It's like if you look at music pre and post, there's such a fucking difference in what was, what was popular in the mainstream and in terms of creativity and production. And I'm not saying they were the only artists at the time doing it. Beach Boys were also very forward, and just because I'm not a fan personally doesn't mean I can't respect their body of work and acknowledge the fact that they were pushing a lot of boundaries. But I feel like both of those artists really laid the groundwork for the rest of recorded history or recorded music to be what it is. Like I said, if you look at music throughout history, pre and post Beatles, it's so fucking different. But yeah, I mean, it's tough, though, because how do you compare the Beatles to a pop artist like Michael Jackson, right? Hey, guys, sorry, we lost my audio for some reason, but we're coming right back in where we left off. We're talking about who I consider to be, like, the greatest artists of all time and whatnot. I feel like my list is very similar to those that you're going to see online and shit like that. It's just hard, man. It's tough. And I think that the reason that it's tough is a good thing, because it's like, if there was one definitive greatest of all time in any medium of art, then that would make the rest of the art kind of suck in comparison, right?
Yeah.
Like if Leonardo da Vinci paints the Mona Lisa, right, and everyone just already just assumes, well, he's the greatest of all time, right? He's painted the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper and Vitruvian Man. Like, I mean, the dude's got fucking bangers. How no one's ever gonna top this, right? Well, then we would never have Vincent van Gogh, or we would never have artists like Andy Warhol, or artists like Keith Haring, or who else paints shit? Pablo Picasso, Salvador Dali. I mean, everyone that came since after the 1400s. It's like I feel like people set the bar, but art is always about surpassing the bar and being not just it's about being the best that you can be, and through that, people inherently, like, they get the GOAT titles or whatever, Tom Brady just set out to be a good quarterback, and he didn't set out to be the next Joe Montana or the next John Elway. and ended up being that's an inarguable one, right?
Yeah,
That's
I was
that's an
I was going to talk about Brady, not because of the GOAT argument. I think by and large, greatest quarterback I've ever seen. But
it's inarguable, and it sucks. It sucks because that's
yeah,
man, that's nobody wants to say it. Nobody wants to say it, but I think it just I don't know, man. Ever since Brady left the Patriots organization, he's really gained a lot of my respect,
mhm.
and yeah, I mean, if the fucking Buccaneers win the Super Bowl again this year, I will not be surprised, and it'll be kind of annoying. But I mean, fuck, what can you do? I mean, the guy, say what you will, but I personally feel like the guy's won every Super Bowl fair and square, right? Personally, I don't think he's ever had anything to do with the whole Deflategate thing. I don't think that, I mean, that's not the only time that Belichick's been under fire for some shit. I mean, let's not forget about, the scandal he had before that with watching all the practice tapes and things like that. I think Tom Brady is just that good of a quarterback and that good of a play caller and an offensive leader and a locker room leader that, I mean, I think he's just won those games fair and square. And
Yeah,
yeah, and granted, I also think that he should have two less Super Bowl rings than he does because just obviously we can name the two Super Bowls that he should have lost and that he won due to ridiculous coaching choices. But I mean, fuck, hats off to him at this point. 6 Super Bowls. How do you not respect the guy?
7. He's got 7.
Oh, he has 7 now.
Yeah, because he just got it with the Tampa Bay. He got his 7th Tampa
Oh,
Bay.
that was 7. Oh, fucking Christ! So he's going for 8 this year.
Yeah, I don't think he will do it. I honestly,
Oh, dude.
this is obviously coming out before the
Yeah.
divisional rounds.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go. These are gonna be my picks. I'm gonna go Bengals because I want them to beat the Titans. But I
I
don't.
got the Bengals.
You got the Bengals over Titans with Derrick Henry at home.
Fucking Bengals money line all day. Yeah, that's a hungry fucking team with a very capable squad. And Joe Burrow mops the floor with Ryan Tannehill. The only reason why Tannehill is so successful on Tennessee is because they run his type of offense, right? They
Mm-hmm.
run a lot of run draws because they have Derrick Henry, who's a fucking machine. So that takes the pressure off Tannehill. And then you can run a lot of play action plays because they expect Henry to be so dominant that when you run a play action, it draws the linebackers in and they bite on it every time because why wouldn't you logically go to Derrick Henry if it was like a 1st and 10 or whatever, right? It's a logical situation to go to your main guy, your 2,000-yard rusher, right? And then yeah, when you draw the linebackers in and you create a little bit of time, and then Ryan Tannehill can make those plays, right? Where the pressure's off of him. He can be capable, but I don't think Ryan Tannehill could run the same offense and be as successful in Cincinnati. But Joe Burrow could easily run the same offense and be as successful in Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? I just feel
Yeah.
like the two quarterbacks are not exchangeable. I think Burrow's on track to have a fucking Burrow's on track to be a top 10 guy all time. It's so early. It's way too early to say it, but I mean, he's on pace, right?
Yeah. Top 10 coolest, one of the coolest guys too. Like that motherfucker is so calm and collected, dude.
Yeah.
His little interviews with have you ever seen that one that's super famous? It's like him before the national championship at LSU, and it's this like
Yeah.
pretty attractive chicks for the listeners. It's like this pretty attractive like announcer, or I guess she's more of an interviewer, sports broadcaster lady, and she shows a picture to Joe Burrow of him as a young kid. And I think either she asked him for some advice for that kid or what that kid looks like, and he responds with just cool, calm, and collected, sipping on fucking water, dude. Says, looks like a national championship. Takes another sip. Kid looks like a national champion. That is by far the coolest shit I've ever heard. 100%. And the fact that Urban Meyer said that he'll never start at Ohio State or will never go to the pros. First off, fuck Urban Meyer because the whole kicking Tabasco, how he was kicking their kickers. He was just a dickhead. Fuck Urban Meyer. And just for Joe Burrow to just like never have been that guy, then he became that guy at LSU, and then now he's just going to be, I don't know, he's on pace to have a great NFL career as a quarterback. I think it's like a fucking Madden story, bro.
Dude, his college statistics are unbelievable. I mean,
What are they?
Oh my god, dude. I don't want to miss this, so I'm going to look it up. I believe he had 55. Now, I could be confusing that with Peyton Manning, so I'm going to look this up real quick. But
dude, he had. I was arguing with somebody. They were saying that he had the greatest statistical college football year out of all time.
No, that's 100% correct. For a quarterback, obviously, for a quarterback, it's tough to compare,
Frank
Joe
Gore.
Burrow, or Barry Sanders, who still has that record.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, Frank Gore's the man too. Frank Gore's the absolute man. But yeah, career stats. I want the stat of his senior year at LSU because that was. Was it 60? Yeah, 60 passing touchdowns in a single season. 60.
That's ridiculous.
60. Think about college, right? Think about that. How many games are in a college season typically? What was it, 12, 13?
I'm confused. So we have 10, but obviously we're not Division I. So I think maybe 12 with preseason and everything, in bowl games.
Yeah. So that's I mean, that's 5 touchdowns per game. And we're also talking about LSU, right? We're talking about the teams that we're talking about SEC teams. Like we're talking about the teams that LSU has to play, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not playing, no disrespect to fucking Nevada, Reno, right? They're not playing Coastal Carolina, even though I do love Coastal Carolina. Big shout out to Coastal Carolina. They're playing, they're playing the teams in their conference, and it's that 2019. I can't even fucking speak. Jesus Christ, I gotta stop smoking cigarettes. That 2019 Joe Burrow team was, I mean, that's the best season that any quarterback's ever had. Also, I don't smoke cigarettes. That was a joke.
No, I was about to say, I was like, Sal, you do not smoke cigarettes.
I really don't. I've just had the inability to speak. I mean, he had let's see here. How many games did they play? They had 15-0, 8-0 against the SEC, but the 15-0 includes the championship game and all that shit where they beat Georgia and won the title that year. He won the Heisman by the largest margin in the history of the award. 60 touchdown passes, which is the record for most touchdown passes in a season. And he also set the record for highest passer rating, which was 202.2.
Wow.
Yeah. Now let's also take into the fact that he had Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson. But I mean, yes, he had great receivers, but fuck, man. I mean, that's maybe those receivers helped him get to 60, but I mean, being able to perform like that, even with complete fucking jobbers, he would have had at least 40, 45, right? I mean, that's it helps when you have guys that can run routes, but it helps when you have guys that can just finish and just deliver. And Joe Burrow does that. I mean, I also feel so fucking bad for in the NFL that I feel like really, I don't know if he'll ever go top 10 all time, but he'll be maybe in the top 20 conversation. Maybe. Again, still very, very, very early to tell. We're talking about the next generation of quarterbacks here.
Yeah.
Fucking Herbert, man.
I saw a statistic the other day that was saying that he might go down as the greatest quarterback to never win a Super Bowl. And I was like, I mean, it's way too early to say that because you don't know what team he's going to end on. But, what made me a believer of him was that drive against the Raiders to tie the game before.
Heart of a lion.
That guy on fourth down is just untouchable, bro. There's something about him, dude.
He completed more fourth downs that game than I think. I don't know if it's any, but I would be willing to bet money that they converted more fourth downs on that game than most teams did all season. I'd be willing to put money on it. Because, I mean, how often do the guys go for it on fourth down? Maybe once a game? Twice a game? Maybe?
Yeah.
Tops? Unless the game's on the line and, like, they have to?
Yeah.
Fucking Christ, man. That game was unbelievable. I felt so bad for Burrow losing. But, you know, what do you
Hear me
do?
out. And it was Herbert. I think you said Burrow.
Oh yeah. No, Justin Herbert. Sorry.
What is your opinion, like true opinion from a sports bettor on Kirk Cousins? And I don't want to hear like some dumbass answer. What is your opinion on Kirk Cousins?
Depends on the game. You know, I think he's very capable. I think that the Vikings, I mean, he clearly showed that he can connect with Justin Jefferson, and clearly showed that he can connect with who else is on that team? I'm drawing a blank.
KJ Osborne, Adam Thielen, Dalvin Cook.
Thielen, thank you. Sorry, I was like, who's the fucking honky? I couldn't remember the goddamn receiver. Fucking Adam Thielen was a fantasy monster, and obviously as was Dalvin Cook pre-injury, and honestly he came off of it just fine too. But yeah, I think that Kirk Cousins is incredibly capable. I think that the offensive talent around him really helps. I don't think he's the kind of guy that could really make something out of nothing. But I think that he's a franchise guy, and I don't see him going anywhere from Minnesota, you know, unless you get some like a shitty Tyrod Taylor situation where he gets hurt and then you bring in the backup who ends up being a fucking wonder kid. I think Cousins is solid, and I think he. Yeah, it's just like I said, it depends on the game. It really depends on the game, because when you're betting sports, it's not just as simple as like, oh, this is a good team, I'll take them. You got to take into consideration where the game is. You got to look at the weather. You gotta take defense into consideration. There's just a lot of factors that go into whether or not I like a team versus another team. But yeah, I mean, give me an example of a matchup, and I'll tell you if I would have taken them or not.
Okay. No, you wouldn't have taken Minnesota at Green Bay late in the season. You might have with Kirk Cousins, but when Kirk Cousins got COVID, bro, like obviously there was no chance.
Yeah. Oh man.
With Kirk Cousins to make the playoffs, that's a tough one.
In a matchup against Green Bay, that's a situation where I would actually take the over because I feel like it could go really either way. Rodgers.
Okay, can I just stop you real quick?
Sure.
You're a sports bettor, and I've
Right.
talked. I've done a munch. I mean, I've done a munch. I've done a little bit of sports betting, and I've talked to you and stuff. But can you just explain the over and under to people who are listening who don't understand that?
Sure. So the over/under is basically a number that's set by the books, which is the what they believe the total amount of points to be scored throughout the game, right? And then you simply bet over or under that amount. So let's say if the over/under for the game, if the line is set at, Minnesota at Green Bay, assuming that Aaron Jones and Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers are all healthy, as with the aforementioned Vikings squad. I would probably set that line at somewhere around 52, 53, right? 52, 53 total points scored. You would then bet whether you think there's going to be more than that or less than that, over it or under it. It's as simple as that. So, yeah. So there's that. So that's the over/under. If I were to talk about the point spread, that's the margin of victory. That gets a little more complicated. It's still not hard math to understand. Let's say at home, usually they give the home team 2 points in this situation. Let's say both teams have the same record going into Green Bay, right? Because Green Bay can cough up a couple games, although this year they've seemed to be fucking rock solid. I would say, let's say it's Green Bay favored by 4 would be fair, right? -4. In that situation, if the line was set at -4, whoever's favored is going to be having the points removed, right? It's going to have to lay 4. So basically, if the line's -4, if you take 4 away from the final score of the game, if Green Bay is still in the lead, let's say the final score is 28-21, right? You take 4 away, it would hypothetically be 24-21. Green Bay would still be winning. They would have covered, and they would have won. You would have won that bet. On the other side, Minnesota would be getting 4. It would be +4 on their end. You can take that as well. Let's say the final score, let's say it's a closer game. It comes down to a field goal. It's 31-28. If you would have taken Minnesota +4, then the final score would have been 32-31, adding those 4 to Minnesota's 28 points. 32 is obviously more than 31. They'd be in the lead. You'd win that. So it's the margin of victory. And then there's the money line, which is who wins the game straight up. That's the easiest play there is. Who wins, right? So anyway, yeah. So in that situation, if I had to take a team, I would take Green Bay minus the points, just because they're in Lambeau. But both teams are cold weather teams, so I don't really. I mean, I think it's the home field advantage, but it's not so much the advantage of a team like San Diego coming into Minnesota to play a game in the fucking snow.
Well, Minnesota has a dome, so.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that. Okay, then it's not like somebody, like San Diego going into Heinz Field to play a game.
Yeah.
It's snowing like crazy. Or going into Buffalo and it's 6 degrees. That was I can't say that was the difference, because New England's also a cold team and Josh Allen's just the man. And, I mean, Buffalo scored every time they had the ball. Literally every time they had the ball, with the exception of the kneel down drive. When they took a knee, that was the only drive that
did Trubisky?
That was the only drive that did not end in a touchdown. Josh Allen never got on the field and didn't throw a TD. Mitch Trubisky, on the other hand, no touchdowns that game.
Hey, speaking of that Bills team, they look fucking phenomenal, but I don't think they have enough to make a break for it, because, going into Kansas City when Kansas City is hot, Andy Reid with his insane offense, Patrick Mahomes, never count him out, Tyreek Hill's speed, Travis Kelce, the best tight end in the league, Tyrann Mathieu playing like Tyrann Mathieu, that defense playing insane since those first 4 losses. I think, I would take Kansas City in that game. What would you take?
I would take Kansas City, right? Logic says to take Kansas City in that situation, but also if Buffalo plays the same game and they score every time they have the ball, they win that game. It just really depends on.
Yeah, it's a fire off. I think it's going to be a shootout, because I didn't mean to cut you off.
Easily. No, sure. I think it could be a shootout as well.
Just because of the fact that New England had a very good defense, and they went into Buffalo and they didn't stop them one time. And so I think that Kansas City, with that high power offense and solid defense, they might stop them a couple times, just because of the sheer, like, Josh Allen, I'm playing the Chiefs, in Kansas City. Because here's the thing. You're going into a divisional game. You played 2 games against New England already. You kind of know their team, and it's like you're hungry. You're Buffalo. You're good. You go into Kansas City in the playoffs. They are the Super Bowl favorites right now, or to go to the Super Bowl from the AFC. They've been there the last 2 years. That's a little more amplified, I think. Playing football myself, I know that going into a place is a lot different, especially knowing who they are, than it is playing at home. Home field advantage is a real thing.
Oh, absolutely. But here's the other thing, too. If there's any team that can combat that, knowing that their fan base, like, knowing who they're playing for, it's the Buffalo Bills, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, the Bills Mafia is the most diehard fan base.
Hard-ass name, just to say that.
Hard-ass name off the rip, yeah.
Yeah.
I say the Bills Mafia are even more dedicated than Raider Nation. I mean, it's you can argue either side. Kansas City, on the other hand, all they fucking know is football over there. The Kansas City Chiefs, I'm surprised there aren't more statues around town. Like, in Kansas City, they fucking love the Chiefs, right? As you should, right? So it's like both teams have a very, very, very dedicated fan base behind them too. So it's really is going to be a hell of a football game. I'm hoping we get something similar to the Chiefs-Rams game on Monday night. You know the one. Final score was what, like 55-52 or some shit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. 2019 Monday Night Football game. That was again. I'm hoping for a repeat of that.
Yeah, this week was kind of weak as fuck, dude, for close games, dude. There was no, I mean, besides the Raiders game, bro, like there wasn't really any like heart wrenchers, right?
There was for a certain city in Texas.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about that. What the fuck, dude? I didn't
Why
even know that
are
was a
you
rule, bro.
running up the middle?
But then
with
that
no
ref smacked
timeout?
him, bro. I mean, the ref's got to touch the ball, right? The ref
The
has
ref
to
has
touch
to
the ball.
touch the ball. He's got to set the ball, right?
Oh, and why? And yeah, and with no time, if you had a timeout, that's a good play call. That's a really good play call.
That's a great play call if you have a timeout. They're not
Yeah.
expecting the quarterback draw. You know what? It's a better play call though. If you're gonna take a quarterback draw, try to get to the fucking sideline. Get out of bounds, Dak. Like, why are you? Oh God, I don't like. It's just everything about that play call was just terrible in my opinion. Or if Dak's gonna take that rush up the middle, slide a few seconds earlier. You know, like maybe sacrifice getting 5, 6, 7 yards. Because, I mean, they were very much so. They were in Hail Mary range before that play, and now they're in a very makeable throw situation where you can run a play and just actually get it to the end zone and not have it be just a jump, a prayer shot. I don't know. That was so depressing because I really, really like to see the. I mean, the rally. You want to see the rally, right? Whether you like the team or not, you want to see the rally.
Honestly, no, because I don't want to see the Packers rally. Fuck the Packers, dude. I literally hate. I mean, as I wear a Vikings jersey, this is a bad day to wear a Vikings jersey. We're talking about sports. I hate the fucking Packers, dude. I hate Aaron Rodgers. I hate the Packers. I want Aaron Rodgers out of Green Bay. I don't want them to win a Super Bowl. I want them to lose every game. However, I also hate the 49ers. And that's just because I hate 49ers fans because they're all Chris Balchetti.
Yeah, I was going to say, fuck you, Chris Balchetti.
Dude, they literally are like, they're that obnoxious. Dude, Noah, my friend Noah here, is worse than Chris, bro. They're so obnoxious.
Oh, no.
They get any sliver of fucking, first off, they're in the gayest city in the world. Not that that's a bad thing. I'm just, talking shit. And second off, they are the most obnoxious people.
Don't make that your clip. Don't clip that part.
However, they're the most obnoxious people in the world. The 49, not gay people.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Niners fans, bro.
Here's the thing,
the most obnoxious people.
Here's the thing, though, dude. Who are they playing? The second most obnoxious fan base in the NFL. Like, there's no winning. There's
Green
no
Bay.
winning.
Dude, I want them both to lose. I said that. Oh, this week? Yeah, dude, Green Bay's up there. Green Bay or Steelers is third.
I don't know. I mean, Green Bay, I don't think they're that annoying.
They're pretty
and honestly, I like the cheese. I'm a big fan of the cheesehead.
Bro, don't sit here on my podcast talking about the Green Bay.
I wish every team had some sort of official head.
Honestly,
like I wish you guys
no,
like
listen,
were like,
bro, that division is fucking the Vikings, the Bears, the Lions, and then the Green Bay Packing Company, the Cheese Packing Company. You're going to sit here and fucking tell me that is cool at all? No, it's not. They're fucking lame. They're losers. Fuck the Packers.
They've made everyone else pack up their shit and go home so far.
Yeah.
I don't see Minnesota in the playoffs.
Yeah, but
I don't see the
Bears
in the playoffs.
Yeah, Bears is a. I don't like the Bears either, but the Bears they've been a problem for a while. Lions, I just feel bad for them. You can't not feel bad for them. They have a good coach. I like Dan Quinn. Jared Goff gets a bad graph. They lost to the Ravens on the on the longest field goal of all time.
Yeah.
They beat them. And then the Vikings. What are you gonna say?
Oh, I was just gonna say. By the way, all praise to Justin Tucker on that one. Greatest fucking kicker of all time. I don't give a shit. I mean, obviously, Adam Vinatieri is going to probably hold the GOAT title with three Super Bowl winning field goals. But, I mean, fuck, dude. Justin Tucker's – I think as a kicker, that's a kicker's kicker. He's got to be your favorite kicker, right?
Oh, definitely. Right now, for sure. because I changed to a punter, I mean, I still like the whole kicking game. I know it. Like
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
every single time something happens, I know if something goes wrong or something's good. However, I've stopped. I used to only really watch field goal kickers because that was my favorite. It's what I did the most. It's what I was best at. But now that I'm a punter, or I was a punter, I watch punts a lot. So my favorite kickers are punters usually. But yeah, Justin Tucker, you cannot deny greatness when you see greatness. Justin Tucker, by far and by and large, will go down as the greatest kicker of all time. Like, dude, it's honestly Jordan versus Mike versus it's Jordan versus LeBron, bro. It 100%,
There we go.
100%. Justin Tucker is the greatest kicker of all time, just skill wise. He's LeBron. And then you got Michael Jordan, who's just got that clutch gene, bro. Who was on the dynasty, who created the dynasty, and that's Adam Vinatieri.
With the sole exception that LeBron is on pace to have the most points scored in NBA history, and Adam Vinatieri currently holds the most points scored in NFL history.
I bet you $100 if Justin Tucker plays as long as Adam Vinatieri did, he will be the number one scorer of all time.
Oh, quite possibly. Sure. Quite possibly. It also helped that Adam Vinatieri had number 18 to sling the ball around to get him the opportunity to get points.
And before that, he had number 12, the actual goat.
Yeah. Well, you know, I was very young. He didn't have number 12 for that long. But yeah.
He had number 12 for 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, but
he started the Patriots dynasty, bro. The snow kick is probably the greatest kick of all time. If we're going to say you're talking about the greatest kicks of all time, Justin Tucker 66 and the snow kick are probably the two that I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
That single-handedly sent the Patriots to their first Super Bowl that they win, and that started the Patriots dynasty. The Raiders win that, the Raiders win the Super Bowl.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any other kicks that are up there. The double doink is one of my favorites.
Stefan Janikowski's 76 try before half. It wasn't even close, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you weren't even close to that either. His name's Sebastian, not Stefan, but yeah.
I said Stefan?
Yeah, he said Stefan Janikowski.
What a kicker I am, huh?
Oh, man. Whatever happened to him? I know he got old and retired, but...
Yeah, dude, I don't know. He kind of he had one of the worst fallouts of a kicker. Some of the worst kicks of all time have been on the Vikings.
Oh, yeah, and Chicago, for sure.
Okay, back to what we were talking about from the start.
And Nick Folk, but go on.
Nick Folk was solid this year.
Yeah, but it wasn't any year he was on the Jets. He's solid because Belichick has his ass whipped.
But yeah, so we talked about the two AFC games, and now we've talked about the Green Bay Niners game. Who do you got actually winning that game?
I got Green Bay. I can't bet against Aaron Rodgers, man. I just fucking can't. Now, I get that typically, for whatever reason, teams that go into the playoffs with a very, very, very strong, regular season record tend to lose, right?
You mean typically Green Bay?
Yeah, typically Green Bay. Typically, I guess I can't say because last year both teams that made it to the Super Bowl had a very good regular season record. But yeah, typically Green Bay. Typically, always New Orleans if they were depending on how they played. But yeah. But I don't know, man. I can't bet against Aaron Rodgers. Whether you like him or hate him, he's not top 5, but is he top 10? He's on the cusp. He's on the cusp. He's one ring away from making a really strong argument for top 5. Because top four is Breeze, Brady, Manning, Favre, right? That's like solid. Oh fuck, I'm sorry.
No, Montana.
Montana. I was gonna say, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting someone. 5 is Montana, Breeze, Brady, Manning, Favre, right? That's pretty hard to argue.
Yeah, because you could also say you're not going to say Elway above any of those guys, but you might say Marino up there.
I don't know, not above any of those guys. It's tough, man, because I can't put Elway above them. I think I put Elway 6.
I don't like Drew Brees. Drew Brees is good, and I like him a lot as a person, so I don't want to say I don't like him. I just think Drew Brees Dude, just being a Vikings fan, like Drew Brees
Yeah.
had all the numbers and everything, but he just got his shit kicked by the Vikings for for a long time.
Yeah, he just had every record imaginable before Brady was able to break him due to his retirement.
Yeah, okay. How the fuck is Brady doing that, bro?
Dude, I mean, it's when Tampa Bay went out and got Brady, they also went out and built an offense. They wouldn't have put in that kind of effort to build that offense around him had they not had, had they still had fuck, who do they have? 30 and 30. Who do they have? It wasn't Watson. It was fucking oh my god. Help me out, please.
Jameis Winston.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. They had 30 and 30, Jameis Winston. 30 touchdowns, 30 picks, which is a ridiculous number.
He's the Trevon Diggs of quarterbacks.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen that, but that's accurate.
Trevon Diggs is dog shit, bro. Trevon Diggs lets up all of these. And here I am as a kicker talking shit about Trevon Diggs. He's obviously a great athlete. He's a great corner. He's an insane ball hawk. That motherfucker is one of the best ball hawks I've ever seen. He's up there with Jamal Adams when Jamal Adams was prime Jamal Adams. But here's the thing. And Derwin James and Harrison Smith. There's some really good safeties in the league. But here's the thing. You know, Jameis Winston on the Saints is going to be playing like a top 15 quarterback. I bet you, if he has a full year. Do you agree?
Yeah, I think the Saints need to go out and get better receivers. I think.
Michael Thomas will be back next year, right?
Yeah, Michael Thomas will be back next year. And they still have Kamara.
Who's insane, bro.
Oh, he's a beast. He's an absolute beast. But yeah, I don't know. They need to he might play top 15. I don't know. Cuz top 15 is tough, right? Cuz like
let me list off my top 15 and you tell me if you agree. It doesn't matter about the order, all right?
Okay.
All right, top 5. That we can argue about top 5. But I'm going to go in no particular. Actually, I'm going to try to do the order.
Oh, top 5. Tough, but okay.
All right, yeah, I'm not going to try to do the order. We're going to go Patty.
Okay.
Brady, Rodgers. Can't argue with those.
Right.
I'm going to go Wilson, Lamar.
Okay. And that's your top 5 or no order?
No order, but that's my top 5.
Oh, man.
But no, like, the 5.
Fuck, I love Russell Wilson, so I want to agree that he's top 5. But man, is that me?
Yeah.
Pause.
We froze again.
Yeah. Okay. So as much as I want Russell Wilson in the top 5, I think I gotta sub him out with Murray.
No. Not the way he played. You can go Matthew Stafford before fucking Murray before that game, bro. That shit was
that was a dog shit game for sure. But like,
I'd go Herbert. I'm gonna do my top 10 now because you're gonna listen. You listen to my 5. Honestly, I don't think the Lamar argument is ridiculous. I think Lamar, like talent wise and what he can be, like he's top 5, bro.
Sure.
Like, all right, then top 10, adding the 10. No particular order. I'm going to go Herbert, Allen, Stafford, Burrow.
Dak?
No. I got 3 in mind. I haven't made my decision yet. From numbers this year, I'm going to go Cousins, Carr, or Murray, and I haven't decided yet. I think you're going to have to throw Murray in there just because of what he can be. So I'm going to go Murray.
Yeah. I usually put Carr
12.
I saw a discussion that asked if Carr was a top 12 quarterback. I think I put him right at number 12.
I think 11's Kirk, and I think 12 is Dak.
Yeah. So then who was number 15 in question?
Jameis Winston. So I'm going to go those two. So I'm going to go 11 Kirk,
Okay.
12 Derek Carr,
Tannehill.
13 Tannehill. That's a good pick.
I mean, number 1 seed, right? You kind of gotta.
Yeah, and he's solid. He's not great, but he's solid. Have I said any other person?
So here's the thing.
No. Here's the thing. I'm gonna go. So I said 11 Kirk, 12 Carr, 13 Dak, 14 Tannehill.
Okay. Here's a toss up for you.
15 Jameis Winston.
Do you still believe in Cam Newton?
Dude, honestly, part of me wants to, because Cam Newton was my favorite player after Adrian Peterson. It went Adrian Peterson straight to Cam Newton.
Yeah.
And dude, I loved him so much, but dude, no, I don't think he's got it anymore. And that's what scares me about Lamar, about putting him in top 5, because like those guys cannot run like that for that long, bro. And Cam was a different quarterback than Lamar. Lamar is a fucking freak, bro.
Sure.
Lamar is a freak. However, I'm worried that those hits are going to take a toll. Same thing with Josh Allen, you can say, but Josh Allen's just got a bigger frame.
Josh Allen's a stud. Yeah, I mean, it just all depends, because like you got guys like Russell Wilson who, had the record. He had a rushing record. Was it his rookie season or somewhere early in his career? Who's still playing at a very efficient level. And then you had guys like Vic, who played forever, but Vic also had some time off. So, who knows had he not had that time off, if he would have finished his career as strong as he did, because his body didn't take that toll.
Yeah, that's a good thing to think about, right?
Yeah, so maybe, but because I mean, if you're talking all-time rushing quarterbacks, you kind of gotta put Vic at number 1.
I think Vic's won because he changed the game, right? Vic's the Curry of running quarterbacks, right?
Oh, he was a stud. Absolutely, he was. And he was a southpaw, right?
Southpaw. Yes, he's lefty.
Yeah. Name the only active left-handed quarterback. Go.
Tua Tagovailoa.
That is correct. Good job.
I watch football a lot, dude. And like, yeah. We kind of sound like those fucking sports podcasts right here, but you're a big sports guy and I'm a big sports guy too. And I've never talked about like sports ever with you that much.
We haven't had a sports only episode, and this is the Sal and Colin sports special. Maybe we'll do another episode like next week about fucking current events or whatever. But I think this is the sports special.
Well, this is current events, right? Football is the greatest sport of all time.
Yeah, behind badminton and chess.
Chess, dude, that shit's crazy. You know who's hella good at chess? Take a gander at somebody that we know that's really good at chess.
That we know that's good at chess.
Really close with me.
Oh, fucking Dion?
Dion, bro.
Dion.
He's really good at chess. You know what else he's really good at? Fucking games, bro. He plays video games all the time. He's so good at it. And I tell him all the time, start a streaming company. Like, not company. You can be under Colin Demands. Like, I'll give you the equipment. Start a streaming like account, bro. He'd get so many fans just because he's funny and he's like really good at games, bro. So I tell him that all the time. Dude, here's the thing, bro, about like what this podcast 100% has.
The biggest yawn of my fucking life. Go on. It's like
I'm getting into some
fucking yawn for like an hour.
I'm getting into some like serious shit, but look what he says. He said the biggest yawn of my life.
The whole time talking about how good Dion is, I'm just like
no, but what I was saying is like what this podcast has shown me really is like I love when people around me. I love doing this because it's like it's cool to like tap into your creative side.
Fucking Dion again. Yeah. No, I hear what you're saying for sure.
No, but like I love when my friends. I want my friends to do creative things like this too because I would support them, you know. And so that's like one thing that like. All my friends, when I know they have some talent, I always tell them, I was like, do this. But here's the thing. We haven't got to the last game, bro. Last game, NFC, Rams, Bucks. Who you taking?
God, sorry. These frozen yogurt pretzels from Walmart smell so fucking good. Okay, Rams, Bucks. I am taking... I bet against Brady in the Super Bowl, and I lost. So I'm taking Tom Brady. I'm taking the Bucks.
I think that I want to go Rams because
It's a good pick. It's
I
toss-up.
want to go Rams because if they're throwing an OBJ, dude, Rams all day, dude.
It's a pick 'em, dude. It's a pick 'em. It really is. Like, it's tough because, like, I feel the same way, but man, the Bucks have Gronk. They have Mike Evans. They have Fournette, who's been a stud this year. They don't have Antonio Brown anymore, but you know, what are you gonna do?
Hold on, no, but before anything, what the fuck happened to AB, bro?
I don't know what is AB is AB. He's the Madonna of athletes. He's the Kanye West of athletes.
Yeah, did you see them hanging out, bro? That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
that's wild. It's like the most mentally unstable group of fucking people that ever get together.
Yeah, the game, him,
Fucking
Kanye, and
Floyd.
fucking
Floyd is there too.
yeah, I know. That's hilarious.
Shout out to Floyd though, honestly.
Floyd can't read, bro.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go up to vouch for him. The only time I met him, he was very, very polite and very nice. I've heard stories of people, saying he's a dick or whatever, but also it's like I feel like he's just a normal dude, and any guy that has that much paparazzi on him is probably gonna snap every once in a while.
Yeah,
But
50-1.
yeah, the one time, J. Paul.
Logan Paul, bro. Don't get a
Sorry. My bad. Honestly, Logan Paul's really likable. That's my hot take. That's my hot take. Oh yeah. No, I mean after
for sure. The Japanese suicide force.
That not likable at the time. But lately, Logan Paul's kind of fixed his reputation with me. I kind of like Logan.
Dude, I like Logan a lot, dude. I think he's a good dude. It's crazy because they used to be the most hateable group of brothers, and now Jake Paul is probably the most hateable person in the world. However, his brother is really big, really likable. I like his brother a lot.
Yeah, he's matured a lot. I think the Japanese thing was a wake-up call for him. The way he handled that Island Boys situation was pretty classy. And he's been wrestling, which is tight.
Dude, they're both really good athletes. It's insane.
Yeah.
Now, Jake Paul, hold on. Jake Paul said he could play in the NFL. And I played Division III football as a punter. So this is from me coming. He couldn't play Division III football. Okay, I take that back. He could play football, but he's not in the shape for it, bro. He's not good enough. Dude, I'm talking about the difference between the divisions a lot of the time is one, NFL prospects, always. 1A, NFL prospect bodies. However, you're not there yet, right? You either are missing a part of the game or you're just not there yet. Division 2 is either you're undersized in division and you could still go to the NFL, but you're undersized, or you're injury prone, or you're just not there yet, right? And Division 3 is you're small and you're injury prone. That's where you're at. But you're still a good-ass athlete. These college football players, bro, there's some good-ass football players, bro. Like,
sure.
I'm talking to my coach right now, Nolan, about one of my friends and getting them a try with the indoor Las Vegas team because that's the type of guy I am. I'm fucking awesome.
Nighthawks?
Yeah, dude. I want to get some of my friends tryouts with them because I think they should keep playing, and I feel like I have connections just living in Vegas. You met Floyd in Vegas because we meet people in Vegas because it's the greatest thing alive. Give us a fucking basketball team. God damn it.
It's on its way. It is
on its way. They gave us a WNBA team, and
the A's are on its way as well.
See,
and honestly, shout out to the Aces because I'm gonna put my foot down right now.
Yeah,
Aja Wilson and Kelsey Plum are giving any motherfucker buckets.
They're giving
absolute buckets that talk shit on the WNBA.
Facts.
You talk shit on the WNBA, see them on the court, they're fucking giving you handles, bro. It's bad. It would be bad.
Well, you talking shit about the WNBA, then you talking shit on Kobe, basically. Kobe was a big fan of WNBA and sure. Obviously, he, who Kobe Bryant was. Kobe Bryant, we grew up on Kobe Bryant. That was our Kobe Bryant, LeBron. Curry's kind of too young for us, which is crazy, bro. You know what's insane?
Yeah. Curry's like 33 now.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, I'm at the park, right? I'm at the park. I'm just shooting hoops. I'm just getting some cardio.
What do you yell out? Yeah, no, I see where you're going.
No, but I'm not there. I'm not yelling
Oh.
at Curry. I went up to these because these fifth graders, there was like 4 fifth graders who kept coming out to me asking me if I'd play them one-on-one. And I was like, no, I'm not going to play you in one-on-one. But then I was like shooting, and I was like, I'm seriously curious. What is your guys' favorite? What is your guys' favorite basketball player? No, what is your guys' favorite basketball player?
My stream cut out. You were frozen, and I'm like, oh well, this lagged. I'm gonna eat a pretzel.
What is your guys?
No, keep it going. Keep it going. We're fine.
What is your favorite basketball player? And everyone says Curry. All of them say Curry. All the little kids, all the little boys say Curry. I'm not just hanging out with little boys. If you guys just came back in, it's a bad thing to come back into. All the little boys say Curry.
Yeah, never come into a little boy. It's always been.
Come on, bro. That's too far. After Prince Andrew, come on.
Come on, now come in. Ask me. God, this is so loud for your viewers. I'm so sorry. This pretzel's really good though. Shout out to Walmart. Ask me who my favorite basketball player is.
Who's your favorite basketball player?
Curry. There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
Active roster. I think. Hey, it's me. I think Curry is my favorite basketball player, actually. I think. I don't know. Because here's the thing. I'm a big fan of the 3 ball, right? Everyone loves the long 3. Everyone loves the long 3. There's nothing better than a Curry 40-footer with Mike Breen yelling out bang, right? Yeah, it scratches the itch. It's so satisfying. No, your audio's not there.
I know. You're talking.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, you look like you were saying things.
I was just gonna say Mike Breen's bang is so fucking sensual.
Bang! Oh, it's fucking lovely. Yeah. So but Steph also just cooks people left and right. His handles are fucking disgusting. His ability to just get to the fucking net and pull a layup out of his ass when he's in double coverage. He's just fun to watch. He's a Harlem Globetrotter in the NBA. He's just fun to watch. So it's hard for me to say that he's probably not my favorite just because, like, he's just so entertaining just as a player. But goddamn, how do you hate Giannis? Giannis is the most likable dude in all of sports, period.
Yeah.
He's so fucking likable. Like, he's just such a fun, fucking dude. Giannis and Shohei Ohtani to me are the 2 most likable athletes in the world.
Did you see what happened with that Chinese tennis player and Xi Jinping in the Chinese Empire?
No.
Bro, she came out and said, or someone came out and wrote an article about how she was raped by some of the Chinese leaders, and then she went missing and came out with like a fucking ransom note and was like, I am fine. Please stop saying things about me that are untrue. I never said that. Goodbye. I will be okay for the next 6 months. And now she's gone. And it's like, this is why I cannot stand the NBA just because of the political reasons. Like, I cannot stand anybody who sits idly by and lets genocide occur and people to be enslaved in their own country. Yet they talk about the injustices of America like they are even in compare to what China is. You cater to the worst genocidal country in the world, yet you talk shit about the fucking country you like organize in. Like, yeah, there are some injustices in America we can fix, but it's nowhere near fucking China, bro. No.
Well, that's just it, though. You just said it. There's injustices in America that we can fix, right? We can take steps toward being the solution, right? You can't even have that discussion in China. It's not open to talk about.
Yeah, but you can fucking hear. I'm not mad about people. They're not saying it. I'm mad that the NBA and big organizations in America won't talk about it because
that's fair.
They cater to China, yet they fucking talk about the injustices in America like it's even comparison to what's going on in China.
Yeah, that's fair. I see your point now.
Yeah. All right. So now we got the Bengals beating the Titans. We got the Chiefs. Did you say Chiefs or Bills?
Man, over. I'll go with the home team. I'll take Kansas City. What the hell?
So Bengals, Chiefs,
nothing to lose.
AFC Championship. Chiefs just slaughter the Bengals in Kansas City.
Unfortunately, poor
Yeah,
bro.
I think honestly, I'd rather have.
I think either team slaughters the Bengals.
What?
Either
Bills.
the Bills or the Chiefs. Whoever wins that game beats the Bengals.
However, I think if the Bengals win, they'll get slaughtered by the Chiefs because I think the Chiefs are going to win. But if the Titans win, I think the Titans put up a bigger battle on the Kansas City, yet Kansas City still wins. I think Titans put up a bigger battle, though, because I don't think they can stop Derrick Henry on defense.
No. I mean, yeah, it's also like, can they stop Joe Burrow? I mean, kid threw for 525. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, he threw 525 on a beat up Ravens team though. Like he didn't throw 525 on like
that's true.
The Steelers, right?
No. That's fair. That's a fair assessment.
Yeah. Sorry. So you got Kansas City, and then you got Packers playing the Buccaneers. Who you got in the NFC Championship? Tom Brady versus old friend Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, and then if that's the case, Super Bowl's looking like, god damn, that I can't even decide.
Looking like 2020 Buccaneers Chiefs rematch.
Yeah.
God, I fucking hope not. Honestly, I hate this year of playoffs because I don't want it to be a 2020 rematch, but I really don't want the 49ers or Packers to go to the Super Bowl. I know. Honestly, I'm Rams all the way from the NFC, and I'm Bengals all the way from the AFC. I was Raiders and Vikings, but the Vikings didn't even make the goddamn playoffs.
I mean, dude, it's not even going to be a fucking 2021 rematch or whatever you want to call it. It's literally going to be like the same result. The Bucs would beat the Chiefs again. Yeah,
I don't think that would happen.
I hope it wouldn't, but
I think the Chiefs would beat the Bucs, bro.
I thought they'd beat the Bucs last year, but nobody showed up. Nobody, even their punter shanked one. Nobody on that team showed up. Patrick Mahomes had to jump through hoops on a broken foot. Just to try, just to get a chance, and receivers were dropping balls left and right. It was just nobody showed up that game.
Thinking about Dak, right? For a second, I like Dak a lot as a person, dude. Like, sure. What happened with his, like, when he come out with his Faith Fight Foundation for mental health, he his brother committed suicide after his mom died of cancer. Like, for you not to have mental health after that happens, it's rough. But I know you struggle with mental health just like I do. And last time we talked about have to eat pretzels.
Struggle with not eating the fucking pretzels, dude. These are fucking.
We talked about depression though, and I want you to.
Freshness guaranteed, and they fucking delivered. God damn, Walmart. Make yourself some fucking Walmart pretzels if you get the chance. You won't regret it. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, last time we were here, we talked about depression, and we both struggle with it. Have you found any coping mechanisms? What have you been doing to fight your depression lately?
Yeah, stay busy.
Yeah.
Stay busy and remind yourself to fucking shower every day. You'll feel a lot better.
Yeah, it's, what I've learned about depression is there's three things, I think. I think there's three things you need to fight depression. One is don't let yourself feel the pain that life brings you every day. Choose every day to be grateful about your family that love you and the friends you have and the activities you get to do and the things you do have, because there's a lot of people who are in worse situations than you. I think the second is you got to have a routine. You got to either get up every day, make your bed, take a shower, brush your teeth, eat some breakfast, go to the gym. Yeah. Whatever your routine is, you need to stick to it. And the third thing is find something that you have a fire and desire to live for. For me, that is finishing school, doing this podcast, and finding out and just keep on grinding for my future. And whatever that is for you, do those three things, and I promise you'll feel better, dude. Do not let the pain that life brings you keep you down every day. Remember, you have friends, family who love you. And remember that there is something out there that you can be like there is something for everyone out there. God has a plan for you. I promise you. I love you guys. Didn't mean to get sentimental here, but depression is something that I know we both care for. So just if you guys need any reach out to me. Just like don't do the unnecessary things. I've had friends die way too young. I've had friends commit suicide. I know you have too, Sal. It sucks when they're not there anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, I mean, it was literally just like, stop feeling sorry for yourself. Just take life by the balls. Stay busy. Go out. If you're, just work. That's the only way out of it. You got to work your way out, and it's hard. It's tough to find the motivation, but like, find what you want in life, create a goal for yourself, and work. It's that simple. And again, it sucks. It's hard. It's really hard to find the motivation. Some days, like today, for example, I woke up and I said to myself, I really need a mental health day. I need today as a mental health day. But unfortunately, you can't just take all those at the drop of a hat. That's a whole other discussion on capitalism and why our jobs all suck. But I was like, fuck it, I gotta go to work. Because if I don't work today, I can't take today as a mental health day, because if I take today as a mental health day, all I'm going to think about is how I blew today off at work, and I had a chance to make money, and I had a chance. And not that money is everything, but right now where I'm at in life, I need to make money. And making money it's putting me in a better position in life, and I feel I'm happier the more money I make at this precise exact moment, just because I gotta get myself out of debt, I gotta fucking buy a car, I gotta do a lot of shit right now. So I'm working towards those goals and by the means of fucking making money in any way that I can. My point is that if you take a mental health day, do it, but don't let it get in the way of don't go against you trying to achieve whatever goal you've set for yourself in doing that. A mental health day is not a day where you should lay in bed all day and eat shitty snacks, unless they are these yogurt covered pretzels from Walmart, freshness guaranteed. Fucking eat these as much as you want. This is my number 3. It's work hard, stop feeling sorry for yourself, and eat these fucking pretzels. But yeah, I feel like mental health days should not be lazy days where nothing gets accomplished. And mental health day is just a day where you kind of maybe find ways to de-stress. Put your phone down for a while. Take the day off of work if you can, and if your job is cool with it, and clean your room, or fucking go to the store, or find other ways to be productive, but just find ways to kind of just take yourself, it's like just find a way to meditate all day long. You know what I'm saying? Not like you have to physically sit there and like sit and cross your legs and do the whole Om thing, but like find a way to escape and get out of your own mind and just disconnect and go off the grid and just take the day off. Maybe if your friends text you, say, hey man, I'm just going to take a personal day today. It's nothing personal. I'll be back. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Whatever. Just find ways to disconnect and still remain productive. If you take the time for yourself, you'll find that you'll be able to do more with the time that you have allotted for the rest of the shit that you got to put up with it, every day of your life. So a lot of it is, I say stay busy, but also definitely take the time for yourself. My audio keeps cutting out, and I'm not a motivational speaker, so I'm going to just end it here. But like I was saying, take time for yourself, but don't, keep it a healthy mix, right? Take time for yourself, but don't take so much time that it gets in the way of the shit that you need to do throughout the week. Keep a balance. Stay busy, but also take care of yourself.
Yeah, I've found that, I don't know how to say this. I think that people, my mom and stuff, like I lost 24 pounds, right? And I feel good about it. I want to keep losing pounds, but a lot of people just keep coming to me and be like, do you look super skinny? My mom's going to be like, stop losing weight. You look super skinny. Like, you need to just eat how you eat. And I've been super disappointed about what I eat and everything like that. And people always tell me like, oh, you have like, it's like, like you're acting like you have an eating disorder. And I'm like, there's a fine line between eating disorder and discipline, right? Like the guys who are bodybuilding and things like that, like that's not an eating disorder. That's being disciplined because you love something. I think mine might have a little bit to do more with my mental health than it does discipline, right? Like, I wanted to lose weight, and I did lose a lot of weight, but now it's because I'm sitting in a spot where I'm like, I track my calories super hard, and I'm like almost. I told myself once I get under 180, once I get into the 170s again, I'm gonna shave my face. So I set like little goals for myself, and it feels good when I achieve them. However, it's not healthy to eat 1,500 calories at 6'1", right? And so like I will say that like even my discipline I find has some unhealthiness to it. So what I will tell everybody is if you struggle with mental health and you listen to people like Jordan Peterson and Joe Rogan who just say just get disciplined, I would say get disciplined when you can get disciplined. Like not everyone's right. Like I think mental health and discipline is a very fine line because you can start rationalizing really unhealthy things and call it discipline faster than you can do anything,
Right. Oh, shit. What are we thinking?
But
Oh man, do we want to? I don't know. Do we want to go down the mental health rabbit hole some more, or do we want to just kind of? Because I agree with what you said about staying disciplined when you can. I mean, it's like I said, everything's easy on paper, right? But some people take more times with things than others, and that's okay, right? Everyone runs their own race at their own pace. I just feel like I don't want to run the risk of talking too much about mental health, and then my fucking internet keeps cutting out on me, like it's been doing so far.
no, yeah, I get that. You want to call it?
It's up to you, man. Or we can. Oh! I had a question I wanted to ask you.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
All right, what is your main goal for 2022? What do you want to do to push yourself further? Yeah, just I guess I'll just keep it simple. I won't overcomplicate. That's the word. I won't make the question any harder than it has to be. What is your goal for 2022?
I'm excited for 2022. I think that I have a lot of I think my life's going to change dramatically in 2022. I don't know why I felt that since midnight. Midnight hit. I didn't drink a lot. I drank a little bit, but when I was driving home with Trent, I was thinking this is the year my life changes. And already so far, I've gotten closer to getting law school, and my YouTube has and my numbers have gone up tremendously. So I think I'm really excited for 2022 and what it brings to me. I think the most thing that I'm excited for is getting into a law school. I think deciding where I'm going to live for the next 3 years and like spend my life is going to be the crucial point in my life. I might decide where I live in the future. So I'm really excited for that. And then I'm excited to just, dude, like whatever happens, like follow the grind, keep doing me and keep building, I think it's only up from here.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that Sal, I think you are an interesting case because I think you know what you need to do and like start a podcast. You might even own a record label one day because you have that talent. I think that you're going to get to somewhere one day that you truly love because I truly believe in you. So I've had you on this so many times because you got this. You know what you're talking about. You love music, especially the music industry. And you're going to meet somebody, maybe not this year, maybe next year, maybe this year, and your life's going to change overnight. I think you're an overnight guy. I think you have a lot of talent, and I think your shit's going to go bang.
No, thanks, man. I hope you're right.
You're a great guy. You're a great guy.
Likewise, me amigo. I have plenty of people. I've literally have had 5 different people now ask me when they want to record because I've asked them if I started a podcast, would you come on? So I think now because I have expectations of me, I have to do it. I have to get off my ass and do it.
You definitely have to do it.
So that's my goal. Well, not just one. I have 2 goals for the year. One is to launch this podcast, right? And I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek. I put out a trailer already, so it's out there if you can find it. I don't know why I got really nasally there for a minute.
Does it have your full name in it?
Yeah. It's not a good trailer. I just put it out there so that I could just have it out there, just so that I could. I'll take the trailer down eventually. It's really not good. So nasally. That's a stretch goal. I have 2.5 goals. One is to do the podcast. Like I said, trailer's out. I will adjust it accordingly. I just want to get the album art out there and be able to publish it and get set up with a service. I won't say what service I'm going to use, but it's a great way to keep a boat in place. Yeah. So I just want to get set up with them and make sure everything's good to where I can just publish immediately.
Tease the name.
Tease
the name.
You want the name?
I want the name.
Sal Pals. There you go. That's the name.
That's a good name.
I feel like it's solid.
It is solid.
I thought on names, and I probably drafted about 300 names. And then I thought, you know what? Sometimes the best solutions are just the simplest ones. And I'm just going to go with fucking Sal's Pals. It's easy enough. I thought of a bunch of podcast names that I really liked, like Sal DeFilippo Wants You Dead. I thought that was a good name for a podcast. What other ones were there? There was Curls. I thought that was a good one. But eventually I'm just like, you know what? Let's keep it short and simple. Sal's Pals. You can market it. It's like it's like Dick writing Blue's Clues, just enough to where I can legally get away with it.
I'll definitely push it, bro. Like,
oh, thanks, man.
I think you have the ability to do something great in this life. I know you do. I don't think you do. I know you do.
Oh, thanks,
and that, dude, like, you're one of my favorite. You're almost a co-host at this point, but you're not a co-host. Yeah. And I've never asked you to be a co-host because you got too much talent to be a co-host. You're not a Jamie. You're your own podcast host. You're a guest.
Oh, shut up. But I appreciate it.
I think that you just got to keep doing your thing and don't let the dark days, hinder you like we were talking about.
Yeah, likewise, man. It's all, life is. Maybe I shouldn't start podcasting because my internet is so fucking bad. Oh, man. Anyway, as I was saying. So that's one, is to launch Sal's Pals. Also, guess what?
What?
Surprise! That's not the only fucking podcast that I'm going to be doing.
Oh, okay. What's the next one?
The next one I would like to do in tandem with Sal's Pals. It would be very short and sweet. It would be like 20 minutes an episode. I want to do a podcast that's just once a week, a little drop-in, gives you an update on, that's like a news podcast per se, what's happening in the wide world of music festivals. I want to do it all about music fests. I want to talk about, when lineups get announced, who's playing what, whatever. Just a quick little thing. And then maybe I'll be able to get guests, like bands that are artists, people, musicians that are in bands or solo artists or whatever that are playing certain lineups, get them to drop by and talk about the fest for a couple minutes if they're excited, memories, da-da-da-da-da-da. The trailer for that's also out. So I'm going to try to do 2 podcasts. I don't know how well it's going to work.
I think once you start, you'll keep doing it because it's a lot of fun.
So that's goal 1, are the 2 podcasts.
Okay.
Goal 2, I want to start doing stand-up comedy.
Do you now? That's an awesome goal to have.
And goal 3 or 2.5 is I got to get my fucking deviated septum fixed so that I can actually talk and sound like a regular person. Because like if I talk and I pinch my nose, like it doesn't really do much of a difference. I'm just always.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't even know you had a deviated septum, bro. What is that like?
I don't know that I do. I kind of self-diagnosed myself, but I also have really bad sleep apnea, and I always feel like there's constant nasal blockage.
Mm,
So there's something in there that's blocking.
mm,
Like it doesn't function properly. So
yeah.
I'm gonna guess it's a deviated septum. Maybe it's something else, but something's fucked up, and I gotta get it fixed.
Do you, that's awesome, bro. Honestly, I'm glad you have these goals because like I said, you're destined to do big things. Stand-up comedy though, that is fucking dope, bro.
Thank you.
But yeah, dude, I mean, my name's not that big. I have a it's getting bigger, but like I will love to be a guest on Sal's Pals, bro. I would
Yeah,
love to.
dude, come on on. We'll talk about what do we even talk about when I'm on your show? We'll talk
Uh
about something. We'll find something
well,
really.
you're good enough to where you'll probably have a niche to your podcast. You'll change it to where it's better than mine, and mine's kind of irregular. So you'll
You
probably
know,
have a niche, and you'll probably have questions, and you'll probably talk about things. So yeah, whatever, bro. Like, I mean, I'll come on and I'll promote it and everything. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for 2022, bro. I just feel good about it, dude. I
yeah,
don't know if you ever felt that way about a year. This is the first year where I sat down and I was like, I feel good about this year.
yeah, dude. This year's gonna be fucking awesome. It's gonna be a lot of fun for sure.
Yeah, bro.
Big things in store for both of us. So are you thinking of moving back this year? Are you playing it by ear and seeing what's going on?
Yeah, dude.
Just because
I
of law
think
school and all that?
I'm thinking about moving back. I am. I don't know, bro. I'm confused about what my future holds. I'm taking my LSAT in March, which is so fucking late, dude. And depends on what I get, bro, and where I get into school. I might take a year off. I might not. I don't know. I'm really like hesitant about where I'm going to move, but I think if I don't go to law school, or maybe even if I do go to law school, I'm going to move back. I think it's getting more clear that that's a more that's an opportunity. I love Las Vegas. I think it's the greatest city in the world.
Yeah. Well, that's because it is for sure.
Yeah. Well,
Every
Sal,
time
thank you again for coming on, bro. You finished with your thought, but yeah.
I was just gonna say every time I leave, I'm just fucking eating this pretzels. It's terrible for the audio. I was gonna say every time I leave Las Vegas, I feel guilty, and I have to leave it at the end of this month for 2 days, and I already feel guilty. So,
Where are you going?
quick trip to San Diego and then Tempe.
Nice, bro.
Yeah, I'm flying in a triangle. I'm flying to San Diego, and then the next day I'm flying straight to Tempe. From there, and then the next day I'm flying home.
That is a triangle.
It is a perfect triangle. Yep.
Well, Sal, again, thank you so much for coming on. I love talking to you, bro.
Thank you, Helen. I love being on, and I love you.
It will. I haven't seen you in a long time in person, though.
Yeah, dude. It's been probably
Over a year, I think.
no.
Summer, probably.
It might have been 6 months.
I
It
don't
may
know. I don't know. I don't think I've seen you in like a really long time.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think I saw you during summer, bro.
I don't know.
No, I must have. I was there for a long time.
When did we record that podcast in person?
I know when the last time I saw you was fucking. Where does Dion work?
Club Fortune.
Club Fortune. That's the last time I saw you.
When we were playing
June
craps?
3rd. June 3rd. Yes.
There you go.
That's the last time I saw you.
There you go. Yeah, that didn't you also work there?
No. Dion and Rachel work there.
I know Deanna and Rachel do. I thought you did too.
No, I worked at the lake and then Mike's law firm.
That's right, the lake. Oh man, throwback.
Throw-
We were talking about that on our first episode.
Bro, Josh, my old manager, just followed me.
Oh, legend.
No, dude, he was like, he comments on my post and shit. I gotta talk to Chris about that. But yeah, dude, he just followed me. Insane.
Yeah. Yeah, that was our first episode we did together. I think it was like episode like fucking 8 or some shit, right?
Oh my god,
It wasn't the first time.
you've been on like 8 episodes, bro. Probably less than that.
No, yeah, I think this is my 5th or 6th. I'm gonna guess 5.
All right,
maybe?
I'm gonna count, but sorry, I did not mean to do that. Did you hear my podcast going? So
Yeah.
I have 87 episodes. Shout out, you're gonna be 88. And so you were on
First one.
12.
I was 12, so I wasn't top 10.
12, and then you were 20. I'm almost positive. Yeah, you were 12, then 20. Then you were, that's 2. Then you were, that was all in 2020. So you were on twice in 2020 during the worst year ever. Then you were on 48. And then you were on what?
I'm just looking at number 16, and I'm like, it says answers from Michael John.
Number 16 says what?
Yeah, I looked at number 16, and I'm like, who the fuck is Michael Johnson? And then I read the little description, and I'm like, oh shit, that's Big Mike. Like,
So
I don't know his name other than I thought Big was his first name. I didn't know Michael Johnson.
I just did the math again. You were on 5.
So this is 6? Or this is 5?
6. This will be 6.
Yeah, let's go. 6 9s, baby. So 6 out of 88 is 6 6 times.
Do your math.
6 times 10 is 60, right?
What is 6?
It's 6 goes into 28 4 times.
14.666666.
Yeah, so I was gonna say it's 1/14th and change. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 1/14th is
Almost 1/20th.
No, I'm trying to. Oh man, I'm so bad. I slept like 3 hours last night, so that's why my brain isn't doing math. What is 1/14th as a percentage?
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
1/10th as a percentage is 10%, right? So 1/14th would have to be less than that, like somewhere like 7, 8%.
Oh yeah. I think it's.
Dude. Oh, sorry.
I think being on 5 out of 88 is 14%.
Yeah. I want to conclude this podcast today with a joke that I heard today from a man who was seemingly homeless on the bus that I talked to for a while. Because I talked to everybody. And really, I mean, I talked to way more people than I should. Because some of the people that I talked to were fucking, yeah. But this guy came up to me, and he was just cracking jokes the whole way through. But he had 2 that I thought you'd like.
All right, let's hear it.
The first one kind of sucks. Here's the first one that he told me. What is the only animal? First off, he leads this off by asking me. He goes, "Hey, do you know anything about animals?" I'm like, "Yeah, a thing or two." Like
Yeah.
So I'm like, "What animal? What kind of animal? Like, it depends." And he's like, "Well, do you know what is the only animal on the world that has an asshole halfway up its back?"
Is it baboon?
No, it's a police horse. That was the first one. I was like, okay, solid. Not great, but okay material, you know?
Yeah, that's okay material for sure.
The next one, he's like, hey. And he already starts off, and he goes, all right, so this next story, I don't know if you're going to believe it or not. It's up to you whether you want to believe this one or not, but I'm telling you, here's the story. I go, okay, tell me about it. He goes, all right, so I went on Fremont. So I'm downtown. I'm on Fremont Street the other night, right?
Honestly, anything can happen there, bro.
Right. And I start talking to this girl, and I'm talking to her, and I say, hey, honey, I'm kind of hungry. I was gonna go for a bite to eat. Do you want to go for a bite? And she goes, yeah, I'd like to. So we go out. We get a bite to eat together. Then afterwards, we're still talking. I go, hey, I'm kind of thirsty. You want to go out for a cocktail? So she says, yeah. We go out. We get like 4 or 5, 6 cocktails each. Now at this point, I already don't believe him because this dude clearly cannot afford that many cocktails. But I'm like, okay. So we get like 5, 6 cocktails each, and then I ask her, hey, you want to go back up to my room for a little bit? And she says, yeah, I'd love to. So we go back up to my room, and we get together, and we end up having sex 4 times, right? Every hour on the hour from 12 to 4. And after every time, she would reach down and she would tickle my balls just like this. And every time I loved it. It felt really good. So after 1 o'clock, I'd come, she'd tickle my balls. 2 o'clock, and keep in mind, I've never met this guy before, so this dude clearly thought, based off of talking to me for 30 seconds, that this was an okay thing, an okay joke to tell. So she'd reach down, she'd tickle my balls. After 3 o'clock, she'd tickle my balls. After 4 o'clock, I couldn't do it anymore. After 4 o'clock in the morning, I was tired. It was round 4. She reached down, she tickled my balls again. And I asked her afterwards, I said, oh, man, it feels good, but I just want to know, why is it that every time I come, you reach down and you play with my balls like that? And she goes, because I miss mine. Yeah, so that's the kind of shit you hear at a bus stop on Boulder Highway. In case
I tried not to laugh at that, but that's funny, bro.
I was like, oh, all right. Well, I was wondering where the fuck he was going with that. Apparently, that's where he was going with it. No, my great grandfather actually died in World War II.
Come on, bro.
He was in a submarine that sank, but that's not how he died, because that's what the submarine was supposed to do.
Actually, my grandfather was I was gonna say a Nazi.
Was it what? I saw you make the letter N there. What was it?
He was in the Navy. He was an infantry officer, so he sold ammunition on a Navy boat in World War II.
Nice. Yeah, I heard a joke from Norm Macdonald the other day, the late Norm.
Great Norm Macdonald.
Oh, God rest his soul, dude. Talk about a fucking genius.
Talk about a genius, bro.
Like, there are very few people that I feel like over the course of comedy that I would classify as just a true genius.
What about the late, great Bob Saget, bro?
R.I.P. Bob Saget. I mean, I was going to say, of the genius, Bob was a tremendous comedian, but of the genius category, Norm, Robin Williams, Richard Pryor,
Eddie Murphy,
Stephen Wright. Like, there's just some people whose brains just were different. They just operated on a different wavelength, and you couldn't follow them because, like, we as mere mortals are not capable of such patterns of thought. Anyway, I heard a joke Norm told on Conan, and he's Norm says, "Hey, Conan, the other night I had a terrible dream. I was dreaming. I saw a big number 7 in my dream. And then I woke up and I looked at my alarm clock and it was 7 a.m. And that was a coincidence. It wasn't that coincidental. So I get ready and I go out and I hail a cab. And the cab pulls up and I'll be damned. It's cab number 7. So I get in the cab and I talk to the guy and I'm talking to him and I ask him to take me down to the track. And we get down to the track and the cab fare, I look at it, it's $7.77. So I get out and I pay the guy, I go inside, and I walk up, and I go up to the 7th window. And I look at the races, and I look in the 7th race. There's a horse there named Lucky 7 on the 7th race of the day at the 7th window. So I went and I took out all my money, and I put it on Lucky 7. So I tell the guy, I said, give me all the money I have, give me Lucky 7 in the 7th race. And Conan, I'll be damned if that bastard didn't come in 7th. Such a fucking 1940s type joke, but it's great.
No, that hits though.
That's a great joke.
It's a great joke. Some people just have the ability to. I guess we're still podcasting.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just telling other people's jokes now. Go watch Norm tell that. It's way better than what I do.
No, you do a good job on it.
No, not better than Norm.
Dude, even Kevin Hart is the Curry of comedians, right? I feel like that's a fair comparison, right?
Yeah, okay, current day, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
not the greatest of all time, but, short.
Greatest of our time, one of the greatest of our time.
Yeah, I'll give you that, for sure.
I mean, there's a lot of dudes
There's a lot of dudes. Kevin Hart is on a Jim Carrey, Adam Sandler, Will Ferrell level of just Hollywood success that I don't think I've ever seen a stand-up comic have Hollywood success like Kevin Hart. I mean, yes, Adam Sandler does do stand-up, but Adam Sandler got his start on Saturday Night Live as a sketch comedian, and then he also has those comedy records out. and it's a little different.
The biggest stand-up comedian to not be known for their stand-up comedy is Joe Rogan, right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
He's fucking huge, bro.
I'd say so for sure. Yeah, but Joe Rogan, I mean, he's just that dude's It's like he started doing stand-up and then just like found his niche. He found his niche somewhere, like with somewhere along the line when he kind of crossed into the MMA field, and then podcasting became a thing, and that's where he really took flight. But yeah, I guess.
Yeah, the crazy thing about Joe Rogan is that like he is like so good. Like you obviously don't once you get into podcasting, you'll study podcasters because you will, like the way you listen to it is like studying,
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you do it because once you start it, your brain will change.
Yeah.
And he's like when you listen to him as a podcaster, you'll see like he's fucking insane, bro. He literally, like, his delivery, his questionnaire, the way he finishes, like he has the best alignment of any podcaster I've ever heard. Like he is the fucking graph you make when you're like, I want to model myself. He is the model.
Yeah, he's good. I'm like I said, I will always support. I'll go to the grave as a Conan fan. I think you should listen to a couple episodes of Conan's podcast and let me know how it compares from a hardcore Joe Rogan fan. Because Conan's, he's had 30 years on the air experience doing, interviewing.
Yeah, I definitely.
And that translates for sure. And he just released an episode with Quentin Tarantino that's fucking unbelievable.
All right, Sal, this is it. I love you, bro.
I love you too. Let's
call it. Thank you so much. I love
Pleasure's
you so much,
all mine.
bro. Can we just do one in person again?
This one's for you. These are left over from Christmas, by the way. That's why I'm eating them now.
I was about to say, they definitely look like they're left over from Christmas.
They said best by June 29th of this year, so apparently it's fucking...
They're not real.
Yeah, apparently there's no real milk in these because nothing's going bad, so...
All right, Sal. I'll talk to you soon, bro.
We'll do it later.
Thanks for coming on.
Bye.